All right, guys, so now that you have made your first letter, let's talk about making a second letter, and this letter being a little more complex. Now, over here, you have the pen tool, which we've already talked about in making our first letter. We have the move tool that we've already discussed on how to move layers. Over here is our new tool, which is the path selection tool, and we're going to need to use this in order to move our letter out of the way and make another letter. So I'm going to go ahead and click on the path selection tool. I'm going to simply drag around my path, and I'm going to grab my letter, and I'm just going to scoot it out of the way because I need to make my other letter. All right, I want to make my O next, so I'm going to go up here to the move tool. All right, then I'm going to come down here to my letters layer, and I'm going to grab my letters, and I'm going to scoot my O next to my Y because I would like to make my O. By the way, this is an O. So I'm going to make an O next to my Y, so I've moved it in where I want it. Now, remember, in order to make a second letter, I am now going to come back over here. I'm going to grab my pen tool, make sure it's on shape with no fill, and a stroke, and I'm probably just going so I can see this thing to make it about 1. All right, and I'm going to come down here and I'm going to make my path around my O. Remember to click and hold, click, click, hold. I like talking you guys through this so you can see my process. Click, hold, click, 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 hold, click, click, connect, click, hold. All right, now I've made a basic outline, but as you can see here, I need to create the inside of my O. So I need to create these 2 little cutouts. In order to create a cutout inside a letter, you're going to have to change the option of this path tool. Right now, the option is set to create a new layer whenever we click again. We don't want to create a new layer. We want to create shapes that are within our other shapes. So we need to choose this exclude overlapping shapes, and that means we are going to put new shapes in our current shape. So I'm going to click on that, and I'm going to come down here, and I'm going to start doing my inner O. So I'm going to click here, I'm going to click and bend here, I'm going to click and bend here, and then I'm going to complete that shape. All right. Then I'm going to come over here and I'm going to click in there. I'm going to click and hold here. I'm going to click here and I'm going to connect that shape. All right. Now, as you can see, I have all of this letter, which is now on one layer. It's listed as shape 2. So I am good to go to try to go ahead and fill this one. So you're going to come over here. You're going to choose your path selection tool. You kind of drag around it to grab a hold of your path. All right, I'm going to zoom out. Remember that I filled the last one, I think it was 8, so I'm going to go ahead and hit 8. Boom, you can see my outline appeared there. I'm going to fill it with that lovely lime greeny color there. All right, and now I have 2 letters that match. Now, we can go back and we can move these later. We can resize these later, and we can even change and do some other things with the color. For right now, you are just trying to create basic letters on your paper. When you're finished making this letter, this is a little addendum to the video. When you're done making this letter, do not forget to go back up here because you're going to want to create a new letter. So go back up here to your options. All right, when you're ready, you're going to click on your pen tool, and you're going to make sure that it is set to making a new layer. All right, so when you're ready to make a new letter, go ahead and make sure you're on your pen tool and that it's set to make a new layer. We want to take it off the making shapes. And then you'll be ready to start making your other layer. And it'll be really simple to repeat the process. Here's my U, and I would go through and start clicking. So good luck trying your letters, and in the next video, I will show you how to shape and resize your letters.